Assalamu alaikum. So, how are you all? So, I'd like to talk about the very essential matter which is actually important for the present generation and also the future generation. I'd like to talk about the Personal Data Protection Act and measurement. You know that in the modern time, personal data protection is on kind of basic human right in the human civilization. But the thing is that most of the people they are not concerned about their data, even their personal document initiated by online and offline. So this is the common problem for the Bangladeshi people. First of all, they don't know which types of activities will be counted as the online data or offline data, and that means that the person is actually illiterate in the personal data protection activities. The second reason is that the right is actually very new normal. In the previous time, people has no intention to save the personal data. So right now, why the question may arise, why people will more cautious about the personal data protection activities. You know that right now our online system, online banking system, our online activities, online transferring, everything depend on the cashless payment. Cashless payment means there is no types of single document, paper based document, or any kind of evidence based document. Everything is based on the encryption, everything is based on the online sources. So in that time, the biggest region, the people have to more cautious about the personal data protection and personal data protection measurement. So, after observing the Personal Data Protection Ordinance 2025, I would like to say that how the Bangladeshi government they can initiate the plan to remake a Personal Data Protection Act of Bangladesh. You know that there is an international organization that means European Union. So one of the part of European Union is then that European Court of Human Rights. So once in the mid of 2025, European Court of Human Rights they have emphasized a new human right. The human right name is personal data protection will be counted as the basic human right for the common people of the world. So from 2025, most of the countries, I believe that more than 60 or 70 countries, they also installed the new laws personal data protection for their own nationality, for their own common people. As a part of this, the Bangladeshi government they are more concerned about the Personal Data Protection Ordinance 2025, and you know that after 12 February, after the election procedure, BNP government, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, they have also ratified the ordinances of 2025. Right now in Bangladesh, there is a new law, Personal Data Protection Act 2026. So, what is the output of the Personal Data Protection Act? First of all, people have to more cautious about their right and duties. But the biggest problem is that more than 95% people of Bangladesh they have no idea about the personal data. So how they will utilize, how they will protect the personal data protection activities, it's actually a big dilemma. The second reason is that there is in lacking of awareness program of personal data protection activities. Whenever there is a new laws or regulations for the Personal Data Protection Act, but the reason is that more than half of the people, not half of the people, more than 80% of the common people, they have no idea about the personal data protection activities. In that time, how they will utilize, how they will establish their own data protection activities, rather developing the common personal data protection activities. So in that perspective, they have to more cautious about their own activities, own right. Whenever they will cautious about their own right, individual right, then the individual people they will align the collective rights, and this collective rights is actually important. So after the declaration of the any international organization, I mean that European Code of Human Rights, whenever they have declared personal data protection will be counted as the human right, that proves that we are the part of United Nations, and we have to follow the verdict of international tribunal or international court. So European Code of Human Rights is known as the living instrument that believes that they have the right to make new laws on the basis of the contemporary situation. So we have to definitely follow the rules, regulations, bylaws, even the verdict of international community or international justice, because Bangladesh is the part of the UN, Bangladesh is the member of the UN, and you know that in international law, precedent has a very good impact in making the new laws and regulations. So I believe that Personal Data Protection Act and activities one of the finest installment for the Bangladeshi situation, not only for the common people but also for the students, teachers, because you know that our education system is right now based on the online participation. So whenever people will more concerned about the online participation, then there is a highly fear, highly risk in sharing my personal data to someone. So even we have to, first of all, we have to educate our students. Whenever our students will be educated, they can share their advantage, they can share their limitations, development, share their problems to the common people. So as a pilot program, Bangladeshi government should take the initiative of educate the common people, not the common people, particular the students. Then the students will educate the common people, then 90% of our problem will be solved out. So why I'm talking about the personal data protection activities. So besides, I have to also talk about the cyber security matters. You know that right now we are observing that people are making videos of someone without his consent, without his consent. This is actually a crime. For example, a person can intimate with another person, a person can intimate with another people. This is his personal right or personal interest. You have no right to make videos, you have no right to make photos and share it online, offline, or somewhere. But by sharing this, you can't do any kind of dignity affiliation of those persons. I think that the people have to much more cautious about the Cyber Security Act and Personal Data Protection Act. Whenever the government will make and effective the personal data protection activities, then people's right will be saved. Thank you.